What's up, y'all? It's your girl, and I am back for another video. I am in my secret sacred spot to do videos, and it's becoming a regular thing. I really just wanted to come and do another transparent video. Like I said, this is my season of uncomfortable. Normally I would not talk about things like this on my platform because it's really personal and private for me, but because of this new season that I'm in, this uncomfortable transparent season, I decided I'm gonna go ahead and sit down and do another video and kind of talk about this issue separately, because I'm a mother. I have many mothers who watch me, and I have moms of all ages that watch me and who have all age ranges of kids. I'm not the first single mom of a teen, and I won't be the last. So if I can share anything to help people who watch me who haven't hit the teenage years yet, I would like to do that. At the same time, if there are women on this platform who watch my channel who have had teens and have raised their kids and their kids are grown, you can also chime in and we can be a safe space to comment our own personal stories and encourage and uplift and support each other. That's what this channel is about. The meat and potatoes of this channel is about connecting with like-minded women who are in or who have been in the same space in life. And it's not a judgment zone, it's a judgment, and this is a judgment-free zone where we don't condemn anybody, we don't call anybody out and say that they're a bad mother or anything like that. We're here to help, offer ideas or offer support, or just offer encouragement. And that's why I love this platform. That's why we are the Strong Fam, and that is why y'all know I'm sitting by a street, so there can be cars going by, but that's why we're the Strong Fam. We're a family, okay? We don't, sometimes the best families you have are the ones that you build. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into what this video is about. The title is a little alarming, I know, so trigger warning ahead of time. As most of you guys know, my current living situation, we are unhoused, we are essentially homeless for the time being. We've talked about that. That's not what this video is about. So you guys all know Cadence. She's my 15-year-old daughter. She's the oldest of 9 kids, and just like any other 15-year-old, she has TikTok. I allow her to have TikTok. She has more than one TikTok account. She probably has 3 or 4. Okay, one's like her. She uses different TikToks for different things. I generally I monitor her TikToks. I've gone over what she can and cannot post, but at the same time, social media is a form of expression. She's 15 and she's a teenager. Okay, so yeah, so she's got different types of vibes going on in each different TikTok. I don't know which TikTok they were on, but after I saw the live streams and ran back the comments, like people were like, your daughter is depressed. They're saying that your daughter is threatening to unalive herself, and that is a serious allegation. Saying that a teenager or anybody in general is talking about being depressed or unhappy with their life and wanting to no longer be on this earth, that's very serious, and I take that very seriously. I will say this: number one, I take full accountability. I'm a grown woman. I take full accountability. So if it comes out that something is inappropriate or detrimental, or if one of my children are suffering in some way and I don't catch that right away, that's something that I definitely have to take accountability for, because it's my job to catch that. It's my job to know about these things. I will say that I do consider Cadence and I very close. I'm not one of those parents that just doesn't talk to their kids. We talk about sex, we talk about boys, we talk about relationships, and often, and drugs and peer pressure. I will say that it was very alarming because, like I said, I'm very close with Cadence. We talk on a regular basis. She's constantly with me or around me in my room. We're hanging out. I'll go hang out with her in her room, and we talk about how's school going, how is your love life going, what boys do you like, how are they treating you, what's going on, what's the new tea at school. I consider me and Cadence very close, so I feel like that if she was depressed, or you would think that if she was depressed or had something going on internally, that she would bring it to my attention, and then we would be able to have a conversation about that, because I'm always in tune with all of my kids' feelings, but especially the teenagers, because I've never had a teenager before. She's the first one, and I just want to make sure that I don't fuck up and miss something. You know, that's my biggest fucking fear. So when people started saying that, I was like, not my daughter. No. Let me just backtrack and say also that all of her accounts are supposed to be private. We've had this discussion also, but again, she's a teenager. And teenagers just think they just gonna be able to do whatever they want to do. So she did have some accounts that were not private, but you know, they should have been. They were supposed to be for this reason specifically, because I don't want people on the internet being able to access her TikToks. You know, I don't want people lurking on her page, weirdos, people who are invested in kids' business, which I find highly inappropriate and weird. Giving very much pedophile vibes. I don't find that appropriate at all, but there are people on the internet who will take the time to sit there and watch a 15-year-old girl's TikToks. And more so, not because they really care about what she's doing, but to try to find something to take from that to throw a jab at me with, which is crazy and unfortunate, but it comes with the territory of being a content creator. We don't get the same luxury of privacy and being able to do whatever we want and post whatever we want online. And that's just down to the nitty-gritty of it. I had to pull Cadence aside and have a discussion with her about that as well, but we'll get into that later. So once I did once I started hearing this more and more, I was like, okay, let me pull Cadence to the side. And my first thing was, let me talk about how she's feeling about everything. You know, our dog just died. You know, we're in this uncomfortable position right now. I just wanted to see how she was emotionally. And so I took her with me today. We kind of had a discussion about where she was and how life is for her with school and friends and boys and whatever. Then I had to have a discussion about the social media accounts, and then we dove into that a little bit further. And we went through all of her social media accounts. We went through all of her TikTok accounts. She doesn't have many TikToks on any of her pages, but she has like 3 to 4, 5 to 6, something like that on each one. And, you know, to be honest with you guys, I was expecting for her to be on there literally ready to slit her wrist or something. That's literally what people were making it feel like for me on the internet. And so I was really scared, thinking I had dropped the ball somewhere. And so I'm like, afraid that I'm missing some signs of depression or loneliness or sadness or whatever in my daughter, which is, like I said, all of us who have teen kids or have raised teen kids, that's our biggest fear, is to miss the signs of something serious. And so I asked her about it, and she was like, no, what? Whatever. She was, on the defense. You know how teens are, like, what? No, I would never, da-da-da-da-da. But, just in case, I was like, listen, I got to look at your accounts. Let me run the phone. So I went through her accounts, and I did see she does have an account on TikTok that is like her sad account, or her account where she posts it's like her diary where she posts her emotional stuff. It's not her only account, and that is not how she feels all the time. But, Cadence is... guy just rode by and put his hand, did a thumbs up at me like, all right, sir, no thank you. That's the only thing I don't like about sitting outside. It's like, can I just talk in peace, please, sir? Anyway, so like I was saying, so yeah, I went through that account, and that account is probably where people are getting their ideas from. I had one where she was like, some days I'm so glad and so happy, or so happy to be here, and other days I'm like, why am I here? And I'm not alarmed by that, because she's 15. She's at this age now where she's finding herself. She's finding her emotions. And I want her to be able to express that. If she's upset or sad, she's going to be upset and sad. She's going to have days where she questions her existence and doesn't know why she's here or her purpose. At that age, I felt the exact same way some days. Did that mean I wanted to not be here on this earth or this planet, or leave my family and friends, or do something drastic like unalive myself? Absolutely not. But I did have days like that when I was a teenager. It's a normal part of growing up. It's one of those normal growing pains. I was not alarmed by that, personally. And that's because I know Cadence, and I have a real relationship with her. She's not someone who's just on the internet who's posting a TikTok that I'm using to dissect. I know my daughter. So I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad that she posted that. I'm not mad that she felt that way that day. And I just reminded her to always come and talk to me if you ever are questioning, your purpose in life or anything like that, and you ever want to talk about it, come to me and let's have that discussion. I just reminded her that I'm always there for her. At the end of the day, that's all we can really do for these kids. And I'm not the type of mother, I'm not the type of parent that's going to tell my child that they're not allowed to feel. If you need to cry, please cry. If you need to scream, scream. If you need to write, Right. If you need to make a TikTok, make a TikTok. If you need to come and talk to me, come and talk to me. I'm always here. But I'm never going to tell my children they're not allowed to express themselves as long as it's appropriate. I don't have a problem with that. Okay? So that's just, I'm going to put that out there. I think another TikTok that I saw on this account was one where she put that she finally was able to do her makeup before school after crying it off a few times or something like that. To be honest, I've seen another creator around her same age do the same TikTok a couple months ago, or not even a couple months ago, a couple weeks ago. And I asked her about that. I'm like, is this a trend or were you actually upset that day? And she's like, no, I was actually upset that morning. And I was like, okay, let's talk about it. Let's talk about what was the issue that morning. But is that something that says she doesn't want to be on this earth? Is that something that says she doesn't love her family or her life, or that she's depressed? No, it means that she was emotional that morning. Something happened at school, something happened with the boy that she liked, and she was emotional. And I mean, listen, y'all have been 15 before, 15-year-old emotional, hormonal little girls, and so have I. We know how it is, okay? So do I think that Cadence is depressed? No, I do not. Do I think that she is on the verge or thinking or contemplating not being alive or, a part of this planet, part of this world, part of whatever? Do I think that she's, that she needs any type of therapy or counseling or help? No, but at the same time, yes, because I feel like all kids, especially when you have a single parent, an absent parent, therapy, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with therapy. You guys know, I've talked about this before on my platform. I'm an avid advocate for therapy in the Black community because I feel like it's not talked about enough and it's not done enough because it's taboo. It's always been taboo. And to be honest, there's nothing wrong with wanting to have somebody to talk to that's not your mom, that's not your family, that's not your immediate circle. So, I think that's something that we have talked about. And if, she feels like she needs to she knows that I'm completely 100% for it, and it's something that she feels like she needs or wants, she knows I will sign her up. I will sign her up, baby, okay? Where you want to go to therapy? Let's go. Because my job is to do the best that I can as a single mother. I know I'm not her father. I can't replace him. I can only do so much. So it takes a village, and literally that's what it means. I look bomb. Hey, girlfriend.
Oh, yeah, I'm cute.
I'm doing a video. Come here. It's actually about you. Say hello.
Mom, this hairstyle is so cute, but I just can't part it all the way in the middle.
Okay, I'll help you with that. So, we look so much alike, it's crazy. So,
No, we don't.
Yeah, we do. Get in here.
I'm trying to say
The grass is kind of wet a little bit.
Leave me alone, guys.
What are you, so,
You
hold
have
on.
my mom harassing me.
Shut up. Your mom is fine. That's where you get your cuteness from. Sweet thing, sweet cheeks. All right, so really quickly, now no, it's just a regular plane. They just want to fly over right now while I'm doing this video. Anyway, sorry about that, y'all. A plane just flew over. It's cars and planes and trains and dogs and bikes and kites and hikes, everything everywhere today, just because I want to do this video for y'all. But anyway, Cadence decided to crash my video, so we might as well just ask her for herself. You depressed? She's got this account, the sad account, whatever, and what do you post on there generally?
Just like slideshows.
Of what? You crying?
Ah!
It's not funny,
No.
but it's funny. You do.
No.
Sometimes. You had 2 on there. I'm showing them in this video. It cut off right when you were about to say it, but what were you saying?
People cry.
I agree. People are allowed to cry and be like have days where they're like kind of down or emotional, right? Like, I don't know. Do you
And it's first of all, the first reason I post that is because it's relatable. Other people can relate, and guess what? I get hundreds of likes. Where's your likes at?
Shut up.
Oh, okay.
Shut up.
It's so true. Like, I just make it first of all because it's relatable. People can relate to it.
I can relate,
so.
and I'm not even 15. I mean, I can relate because I have days like that where I'm emotional or I'm upset or
So
I'm having boy issues or life is just lifing and I'm like, I need to cry today because...
It's not even like a sad account. It's more of like just a relatable account because I don't always post sad stuff on there.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a couple sad ones, but there are people on here who, you know how they are. We've talked about this. She knows how the internet is, and she's just like, why won't you guys let me live my life? Let me live. So at the end of the day, what I was going to say before Cadence walked up was, you know, actually I don't remember what I was going to say, but the internet, you know, y'all do a lot. It'd be a lot sometimes. Leave her TikToks alone if you can, because she's 15 and she's just a 15-year-old girl. We've all been 15 before, and we've all had 15-year-olds before. Well, not all of us, but a lot of us have had teenagers before, and y'all can relate. It is what it is. But but I will say thank you, because it did make me say, hold on, did I miss something? Was there something that I should have been paying attention to that I was not aware of that is going on online with my daughter? So I will say thank you to the people who made that a big deal and tried to blow it out of proportion, because although I feel like she's fine. You feel like you're good? Although I feel like that it could have been something serious and I needed to know about it. We should do a thumbnail. Look like you're crying. Get over here, since they want you to be depressed so bad. Sit down and look depressed. Hurry up.
I literally can't.
Hurry up. Come over here and look depressed.
I can't.
No, come on.
I can't.
No, you're depressed, aren't you? Get over here. Cry.
What?
Come on. Look down. You can't even be. Come here. Be serious for a second.
I can't. This is not serious. This is funny.
Look down. Get out of here. You heard it from her herself. Far from depressed.